Hey there, welcome to My Green Pets. I'm William Green, and the temperatures are absolutely perfect. These are my night temperatures. The sun is just kind of breaking over the building next door to me, so the target temperatures that I have for the tent are 18 low and 28 high. So really happy to see that. So let's check out what's going on. Look at this. Cycnodes Wine Delight. Wow, 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 wow. Look at all those buds. Looking amazing. Wow. Right? 14 on each spike. 28 buds total. Still think we got another week or two before those pop open. They are coloring up nicely and really excited. Right up front here we got my Dendrobium Country Girl. And Dendrobium, this is a nobile-type Dendrobium, and since the last week in September, I have been either putting it in the window at night or lately, because it's gotten so cold, I've been putting it in the garage at night just to get it exposed to some chilly temperatures. And I'm just looking right here on the sides, and hopefully we're going to be seeing some buds popping out soon. I feel like I can already see some bumpiness here, so maybe it won't be long before we see something push out. Apparently it's the chill that really helps them set buds, so I'm excited. I hope that I get flowers all the way up the cane and on multiple canes. That's the hope. We'll see. Oh, look at this. So another Catasetum type. This is Momodia Jumbo World. It has got a little spike on it. I can show you down here. A little green dude popping out. Love this little guy when it flowers. So pretty. Nice menthol fragrance. And I think I'm gonna have to go to the other side of the tent, but look at this. Jessie Lee is popping open. Let's have a look at her. Boom! Jessie Lee is popping open. Look at that color. The cool thing about this flower is that it opens one color, but then after about a week, it changes to another color. This will turn to a bright orange after several days. But look at that. Oh, that bright sunshiny yellow. I mean, I don't even know what would you call that? Is it a salmon? Is it coral? Is it, I don't know. Anyway, 2 flowers. And then check this out. This is a brand new growth. And when it split, when the leaf opened up the other day, it has buds in it. So this is going to be blooming very soon. And then this sheath back here will be blooming soon as well. So Jessie Lee, I am impressed. Looking forward to all your beautiful blooms and the sweet rosy fragrance. Paphiopedilum Prime Child. Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Really nice yellowish green flower. Pouch color's not spectacular, but it's still the patterning is amazing. The dorsal sepal is hypnotizing. And we got 2 more flowers coming, so that will be, just imagine what that's going to look like with all 3 nice and tall, beautiful. Clonal name for this plant is Apollo, god of the sun. Alright, let's go down here and check out the Bulbophyllums. So this is Lovely Elizabeth. Lovely Elizabeth, I mean, in my mind there's no doubt that she's working on several spikes. I've counted 4 or 5, and of course that's the most it's ever made. It grew non-stop for 3 years in the greenhouse, but you know, it never bloomed. And I've read that over fertilizing, excess amounts of nitrogen can actually cause some plants to it just forces them to grow. And this is a plant that comes from an area with a 5-month dry season. So it is a seasonal plant, even though, I mean, it's a hybrid, but it's 75% Rhyncholaeliocattleya, which is a very seasonal plant. So what happened, I took it out of the greenhouse this summer. I've just been giving it normal care, still fertilizing, but not, like a 1/6 of a teaspoon per gallon. Very, very light, not like 2 teaspoons per gallon, any crappy, crazy stuff like that. Anyway, so let's check out these spikes. I think these are definitely spikes. And they are swelling and swelling and swelling. Eventually they will take off and very quickly start extending out, and they will get very long and have very, very cool flowers. Here's another one. Look at that. Super cool. Alright, we got Bulbophyllum medusae here. And again, it's got several spikes. There's one right here, so you can see several kind of in that general vicinity. There's one. And again, these are kind of funny the way they grow very, very, very slowly, but they get to a certain point where one day they just go for it. And it's like, I'll check it this day, and then the next day it'll be out here somewhere, So looking forward to those. The trick, the past few years I've had problems with these flowers just turning black and dying. And I really just think it was a temperature issue. I mean, I've been able to keep the tent cool at night, but in the daytime it gets warm, And, this plant is from a warm area, and I've had, fingers crossed, but I've had no problems with the spikes this year, so that's great. Hal, Bulbophyllum echinolabium. 3 spikes. Just working on a new flower here. I'd like to see Hal put out some growth, but I don't know. I'm kind of afraid to get in there and actually unpot him. But I'm just hoping he doesn't have some kind of a disease. Well, the last leaf that he lost was really, really bad, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. What else have we got? The Rexes are looking good. Maxima's looking good. Look at this new growth. Does this thing just grow all the time? New growth, new growth. It's got new growths down here pushing out. Love this thing. Let's go over here and look at Walkeriana real quick. Alright, Callie Walkeriana. So, we are kind of in waiting mode. It has completed its last 2 new growths of the season. And I'm still watering almost every day. It's in rocks, so it dries out very quickly. I don't water it until it's bone dry, but it looks like we are at that point right now. I don't know, it feels a little moist in there, maybe not. But the bulbs are nice and fat. I've read that they need to be really, really fat if it's going to bloom. Still rooting a little bit. I broke that one off. Just getting more roots coming. So I'm just I got my eyes on the bottom here of the growth. Hopefully in the next couple months we'll see something start to push out. Hopefully. Alright, I'm going to show you real quick the Cattleya maxima flowers, those blue ones. I'm going to show you, they dried really nicely. Let me show you real quick. So yeah, this was my Cattleya maxima cerulean, and as you can see, this flower especially dried really nicely. I mean, the shape of the lip and everything stayed just exactly the way it looked when it was alive. And you can see the veining and everything on the lip is still there, even the little yellow throat. Dried really nicely. It kept the color. You can still see that nice light lavender. So that's cool. Do you guys dry your orchid flowers out? If they preserve well, I'll try to keep them. Alright guys, well I gotta be honest, when I started growing in this tent, I just threw this thing together with plastic sheeting and shower curtains and I did not know what it was going to be like, but so far it is great. It is awesome. I have total control over the temperatures in here. I learned so much from my plants being in the greenhouse about things that cause them to grow best, like those humidity levels. It's no joke. You've got to keep them up. If you want green root tips, humidity's got to be good. Temperature, I can control the temperature in the tent because it's next to the window here and because it's getting cold outside. Night temperatures drop into that 16, 17, 18 degree range, which is fantastic. And then day temperatures, as soon as these lights kick on, they start creating heat. And also during the daytime I have heat on in my apartment too, and so it's able to get up to 25, 26, maybe not quite to 28. That would be a little bit warm, but anyway, the warm days are really important, especially for these Cattleya rexes that cannot tolerate cold temperatures. They won't deal with it. I mean, if you dry them out, maybe, but they prefer warm days, cool nights all year round. Anyway guys, any questions or comments, please let me know. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great week. Thanks for joining me here on My Green Pets. See you next time. Happy growing.